like a Hellcat.
Hey everyone, this is Matt, the EmeraldAvenger, and while I was gone in New York, which there'll be a video about that later on, a bunch of stuff was actually added to the PTR, along with an amazing feature that I will do a video on after this. So yeah, let's hop into it. There's been a couple of buffs, a couple of nerfs, a couple of minor retoolings. First of all is Baptiste. His change is, first of all, his biotic launcher has the heal ammo increased to 12. Which this is basically just to allow him, since he does have 45 shots in his other attack, to where he can actually continue to heal for a lot longer, considering the size of his other clip being so incredibly massive. Then this next thing, once I get Amplification Matrix up, I'll show you. Amplification Matrix duration increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, which is actually a really big change if you think about it. Because just 2 seconds in Overwatch is a lot. So yeah, I placed this and it lasts for 8 seconds for 10 seconds instead of 8 seconds. And the developer comment on this is, given the dual nature of Baptiste's weapon, like I was talking about, he ends up having to reload often. We're increasing the amount of ammo he has to work with so that he can get more firing time while healing. Similarly, increasing the duration of Amplification Matrix will allow allies more time to get into position to make use of it, which actually, I really like this change. Being someone who plays Baptiste a lot, I thought I had it on a toggle, never mind. Plays Baptiste a lot. This is going to be great because I won't have to be paying so much attention to how much ammo I have, because I'll have just a little bit more. So the next change is to D.Va. It changes the range. I also think it changes like the visual effect ever so slightly of her defense matrix from 15 meters to 10 meters, which is a lot. So if I go all the way over here, so it now only reaches to that line right there when it originally would reach to about right there. And this changes because Defense Matrix is a very powerful defensive ability, and it can often feel oppressive from far away. Reducing the range of it requires D.Va to position herself more accurately or more carefully to take advantage of its effects. Yeah, it is very powerful. I think this is probably the... I have issues. I have so many issues with Defense Matrix. It is actually an overpowered ability, in my opinion. Yeah, that's about all that's changed. That's actually all that's changed with her. She only had one change. And McCree has kind of a damage buff. His recovery time between shots is now 0.4 seconds rather than 0.5 seconds. So it's a, I think 20%? Yeah, 20% change. But it is really, like, it's like he has a machine gun or something. He's just firing so quickly. It's crazy. So the developer comment on this is, on average, McCree's damage output wasn't quite making up for the relatively low mobility or utility, because yeah, he has almost no mobility and next to no utility in his kit. Reducing his weapon's recovery time improves the potential damage output without affecting the number of successful shots to kill an enemy. So it's same damage per shot. He can just realistically... does he do 70 damage per shot? I think it is 70 damage per shot. This basically makes it, because he could originally shoot 2 per second. Now he can actually fire 3 total shots per second. Almost 3 shots, I think, at 3 shots. So rather than 140 damage, he can do 200 damage, 210 damage in a second. Which is even more, 420 damage if he hits headshots, and I apologize for that. My brother walked to my room because I do not have a way of preventing people from coming into my room, which is really annoying. Next up is Orisa. She had a, they claim it's a quality of life change, but it's actually really powerful. So her change, wow, my sensitivity is way too high. Her change is she can now actually deploy shield while, I don't know why I did that. She can now deploy her shield without interrupting her reload. So I'm going to go ahead and reload. since she has 2 arms, it makes just sense. But the developer comment on this, Orisa has one of the largest weapon reload times, and interrupting it to deploy. It looks like it says display. Deploy a new barrier felt too disruptive to her gameplay. This change allows her to reload as needed while she's being able to protect herself and her team, which I actually think this is a great change. It means you won't have to choose, oh, should I reload so I can do more damage, which her damage doesn't really matter, especially at long range team fights, or should I well, place a shield to protect my team. So yeah, that's about how much that change. The Symmetra change isn't that much. It just increases the range of her teleporter interact range, which I'm actually not even sure what my interact key is. Okay. Yeah, it increases it from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. This is primarily a quality of life improvement. Because it was possible to accidentally create, or depending on what your environment was, this is paraphrasing developer comment, there was the ability for terrain to make it to where you couldn't teleport without moving immediately after making the teleporter, so this just increases the range so you can more consistently actually be able to get into the teleporter. And I think this is the final change, is to Torbjörn, and it's his rivet gun. The damage of the alternate fire has been reduced, unfortunately. What? Oh, I thought I had a skin that had his helmet down. Apparently his helmet was always down, but it just decreases the damage, so it's not like amazing like it was. From 12.5 damage to 10.5 damage per shot, which totals at 105 total damage, instead of what it would have been 125 damage per shot at max, which is really good. Developer comment on this, which I don't agree with. He's underpowered. I mean, I can understand why. The combination of damage output of Torbjörn's secondary fire and overload ability was too high, and has also given his recent increase in survivability, since he starts with 250 health rather than 200. I don't agree with this. I think he was good with his damage. I'm not sure how else they could have changed it, because I'm not sure what they were exactly trying to execute. I mean, they were trying to execute damage. I would suggest making it to where the alternate fire does less damage than overload, maybe. I don't know. I just don't agree with the change. But that's all for him. Up next is a really big change. It might be the PvP change that they were talking about recently, but assault maps have been changed. I'm just gonna kind of come in here. Who do I have a sit emote for? I don't. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't have a sit emote for anybody. So yeah. I'm just gonna sit here. Assault maps. The time awarded for capturing point A on all assault maps has been reduced from 4 to 3 minutes. Upon losing point A, any defenders that are dead or die shortly thereafter will have a maximum respawn of 3.5 seconds. So basically, after the point is captured, after the point is captured, it activates this 3.5 second window. So anyone that's in the process of respawning, if it's less than that number, they'll respawn in the amount of time. If they die as soon as it's captured, they will respawn in 3.5 seconds, and if they die after, they will respawn 3.5 seconds after the point has been captured. So it's a really it's a defensive boost, I guess. It gives more benefit to the defense. It allows it to where, like, if you are the first one to die, you actually do have a reason to come back rather than coming back to a dead team fight, because at least you can stall it for a little bit longer and then be respawned instantly. So I do really like this change. The developer's comment on this is assault map lengths are averaging higher than we're happy with, particularly in competitive where there's multiple rounds. We're also concerned with how often offense teams fully capture point A and B, reducing the round time from 8 to 7 minutes should address both of these concerns, as less overall time is awards better defense. Additionally, sometimes defenders fight late with good intentions at point A and end up staggering their team when A falls, leaving their team with uneven footing to defend a rush to B. In these situations, temporarily lowering the respawn time to get those defenders back with their team should be a better match experience and doesn't punish players so harshly for wanting to defend point A, which is the comment that I made, and I entirely agree with this change. I'm glad they made it. I hate 2 CP assault maps. They are my least favorite. It's just not fun whenever like you're trying to save a team fight and you end up dying and having 10 seconds. You have to wait 10 seconds, and by that time the attackers are already attacking. I forgot that they changed Junkrat. I haven't played in a while. End up being at the point before you even respawn. It just felt uneven, and I'm really happy for this change. But besides all that, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also go to my Discord and Patreon if you would like to. Discord's open to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Matt, the Emerald Avenger. Peace out.